everybody.
Happy Wine Down Wednesday.
Almost St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Even though neither one of us is Irish, we're gonna.
You're not Irish?
No.
I thought you were Irish.
No, English and Scottish.
I am not Irish.
Yeah. Maybe a tiny percentage Irish, maybe a little bit of German.
With a last name like Serafini, I think that's...
Yeah, Whidden is pretty much a...
I don't think I'm Irish.
Yeah, it's a very Scottish name. It's been, changed a little bit, but...
I got an off you can with.
Well, as you can tell, these wines we're tasting tonight really have nothing to do with Irish or Italian or anything else, but they are delicious.
They just have to do with you, the wine lover.
So we just got finished tasting the mixed track rosé wine in collaboration with No Sex for Butterfly, which was absolutely delicious. So if you didn't already watch it, definitely go back and watch our other video from tonight.
Well, if you watch our other
Highly
videos,
recommend.
if you go back and go through our archives, when we are trying a new wine, you can clearly tell if we like it or not. And I gotta tell you, that is the bomb.
Before tonight, we had never had either one of these wines. And they're not necessarily new to Scout & Cellar, we just had never tried them before.
That's not a sugar rosé. You know what rosé is? Usually a
I
sugary,
thought
heavy.
rosé was very sugary.
This
sweet.
is like crazy good, and I'm telling you, it's light enough and bouncy enough. Where, like we were talking about,
very easy to sip.
A weeknight or whatever, you come home from work, just have a glass of wine.
Oh yeah.
But I would refrigerate it. Definitely
Yes.
refrigerate that wine.
Definitely think it's better when it's chilled.
So it's refreshing. It's tasty, and it's not too light, and it's not too sweet. It's a perfect.
I think one of my absolute favorite rosés, besides the Pip or bubbly rosé.
Yes.
That is my all-time favorite.
Well, that gives you gas.
Rosé. No, no, that doesn't
yes,
give me.
You fart and burp.
No. Okay, but so for this video, we're going to share with you the Middle Jane Velvet Zinfandel. So we have never tried this one before, but it sounded very delicious
Should we tell them the secret?
From the description. What's the secret?
Before the video, what did I do?
You had a little sniff.
We haven't tasted it. Neither one of us have tasted it, so you can see our faces when we taste it. But I can tell you, immediately I smelled mocha. And I gave it to her, and she was like, I smell chocolate.
And it doesn't necessarily say notes of that in there. Now, it does say notes of strawberry and chocolate-covered chocolate-covered cherries. Yes.
I smell chocolate-covered cherries right now.
I mean, it smells absolutely delicious.
All right, here we go.
So not only does it say like it pairs obviously really well with dark chocolate, but it also pairs really well with spicy Asian food. So we have a little bit of like spicy Asian sauce here that we can dip our crackers in. I don't know, it might play off of it really well whenever you drink the wine followed after. But it also says, barbecue as well. It pairs really well with barbecue too. So we don't have any barbecue with us tonight, but definitely something to try a little bit later on. I mean, it's just like fruity and bold. They describe it as jammy, which I think I'm totally going to agree. Once I taste it,
here we go.
I think I'm totally going to agree. But this is like one of those like packs a punch kind of wines, I think.
Whoa.
Mmm.
Whoa.
Right away, as soon as it hits my tongue, I'm like, ooh. Oh yeah.
Wait.
Oh, I absolutely love that. So a little bit of dark chocolate to go along with it. I think it's definitely going to bring out the mocha flavor along with it.
I'm ordering tomorrow. Or tomorrow.
This is definitely like a hint, we have a little sale coming up.
Yes.
And there's certain wines that are going to be 20% off. So you'll have to tune in and we'll have to check out our Queen Corkit page to see which wines are in the sale. But definitely a lot of fan favorites will be in there. Another one of our favorite Middle Janes is going to be in there.
Holy smokes. That's really good. That's really good.
And if you saw our videos from last week, we did Middle Jane Chardonnay, I think.
Yes.
Our video last week. So we talked a little bit about the name Middle Jane and how they came up with that for the name of their vineyard. These wines are a little bit more expensive because they do take a little bit more care in the process of how these wines are created. It takes a little bit longer. Oh,
I'm going to tell you, I just had crumbly bleu. This is ridiculous. This wine is insane. This is an insane wine. I'm going to be on the 10 scale.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be on the 10 scale. This
All
is
I'm
insane.
going to say is that the single ladies out there who need a little extra kick.
Little kickstart to your libido, you know. Oh.
Because maybe you might not be getting it from someplace else. This is what the doctor ordered. This and a little bit of dark chocolate, and you're all set.
Are the endorphins going off?
Holy cow! This is delicious.
God.
If you really love like the bold, it's like they say jammy flavors, you definitely get like those fruitiness. What is this?
This is cheddar.
Okay, sharp cheddar.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the smoked.
I'm gonna give this a try. I'm curious to taste the Asian spices. Going a different route because I went sweet first. Now I'm going a little bit savory. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play off of those jammy flavors.
No, the smoked Gouda cuts the richness of the wine.
Really?
Yes. Definitely.
Why would you want to do that?
Well, I don't want to do that. I just was trying it. Now let's see what your reaction is to the cheddar. Now, the extra sharp cheddar from Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
I think
That's how they say it in Wisconsin.
it just kind of like
Cuts the pungency.
it doesn't fight against the jamminess of the wine. It doesn't stifle the sweeter, fruity flavors. It just kind of I feel like it makes it a little bit more smooth.
This is our wine party. This is our finish.
Yes, those of you who are thinking about coming to our next wine tasting party we have at the end of this month, we're going to be serving this there. So if this at all sounds interesting to you and you want to be able to come taste it in person for yourself,
Yes.
come to our wine party.
Yes.
This is absolutely delicious.
Go on our Facebook page, and I guarantee you, if you're looking at this video, you might already remember our Facebook page. Go on the Facebook page, click on events, and say whether you're interested, whatever, to our wine tasting on the 27th of March. We're gonna have bacon jam, the spiced bacon jam. We're gonna have it there at the party with blue cheese and crostini. And we're also gonna have fresh baked bread with dipping sauce, Italian dipping sauce. But
okay, holy cow. That is very spicy. And I even mixed it with a little bit of the sweet and sour sauce.
I told you.
And it definitely has a kick to it, so okay, I'm curious to see. Because they say spicy Asian. I'm curious to see how this plays off of this jammy, bold wine.
Jamie Rockway?
No. But.
That's how you say it, Jamie Rockway. Or Jamie Rockway.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that's what you were talking about.
Jamie Rockway.
No, that's not how you pronounce his name. Okay,
is it
wait.
David Bowie or David Bowie? Did it cut the spice?
It does cut the spiciness, but the sweet from the wine, I'm not sugary sweet, just the jammy. I mean, I just keep going about the jammy flavors, playing off the spicy. That is very interesting.
This is ridiculous. I'm telling you right now, you've watched me do a lot of videos.
I definitely see how this would definitely play off very well with barbecue. Whether it's like smoky or sweet
Pulled
barbecue.
pork.
Oh my gosh.
Or brisket? How about brisket?
Oh yeah.
We'll do the brisket.
Or even some chicken.
My brisket recipe. It's not my recipe. It's
Some barbecue chicken legs?
It's Andrew Zimmerman's recipe.
Yes.
But I'm calling it mine now because I'm using it. And
well, you've made it your own.
yes.
You have tweaked it a little bit.
I have a brisket recipe that will knock your socks off.
So, just to talk about, this is higher in residual sugars than most of our wines. So this is 13.32% alcohol, 22.1 grams per liter of residual sugars. Most of our wines are less than 1 gram per liter of residual sugar. So
Is that why it's so good?
this is probably. This is why you're getting that really rich, bold, fruity flavors. But understand, residual sugars, that means it's just coming from that natural fermentation process of the grapes. It's not coming from added sugars. So
It's from the grapes.
Rest assured, this is giving a lot of flavor, but it's not adding a lot of calories to this wine that you're drinking.
I can tell you right now, ladies, you can have your reactions to dark chocolate or to wine, but I have goosebumps.
Yes.
Because I love wine. I love wine. I don't care what you say. I love wine. And this is crazy. I mean, this is crazy good. Out of all the wine, this is my favorite. Out of all of them.
Now keep in mind, this is limited edition. There's only
well, I'll be ordering a lot
it's a very limited amount of this wine that's available, and once it sells out, that's it. It's gone.
I'm going to be ordering a lot of it on the sale day. Go to our Facebook page.
If you are a member of, if you join, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's not a private group.
No, just click like.
Right. You'll get all of the updates and everything on Clean Cork It with Michele and Joel. then you will get these little pre-notifications about sales that we have coming up and which wines are going to be on sale.
You come to the party, you get to try that right there. And let me tell you something, you will buy. You will. If you love wine, you will buy. And I'm not trying to sell you, I don't give a crap whether you buy or not, but you will buy. I'm telling you, because I'm going to buy.
Well, okay, so this says
2021 vintage.
it is. It's a newer vintage, 2021.
Yeah.
It says jammy, silky strawberry, chocolate and cherry burst through the glass for a zen for fans of Paso Robles, and bold, fruitier red blends. It's just jammy is the best way I can.
We were talking about
describe
finishing
it.
that bottle. I finished both. I'm like, oh my
Yikes.
God. Yikes.
They're both delicious.
Now wait, I have to do my signature move. Ready? Here's the signature move, the sweet pepper. Now we're gonna try.
You're not fruiting the wine. You're putting.
Well, I'm gonna soak it while I'm
Okay. So,
It's like the wine
just a little information, just about wine in general. For those of you who might not be as knowledgeable about it, you know, we're learning stuff every day ourselves.
Right.
We know we like the taste of wine, we just don't know necessarily a lot about how it's made. So this is really good information.
Well, we've become kind of, sort of, not quasi connoisseurs, not experts, but we're connoisseurs because we drink a lot of wine every night.
Yes.
So, I mean, we know about the different
Taste.
varietals of wines, and I'm going to tell you right now, I have drank wine since I was 21, 22 years old. Wild Irish Rose.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, all back,
Paisanos.
Paisanos, the jugs of wine. But
Yes.
I can tell you straight up right now, through my journey, and I've had a journey. We watched Frasier last night. Through my journey. Remember Frasier?
Yes,
She laughed so hard when we watched Frasier.
I do.
Through my journey of drinking wine, I am going to tell you right now, I've had $400 bottles of wine before. $400 bottles of wine. That is a $400 bottle of wine.
It is, and quite, okay, so
It's not 400, but I'm saying literally, it's.
I will be honest with you, the Middle Jane label, that particular vineyard, their wines are a little bit more on the expensive side, you know, between $30 and $45 a bottle. But because of the care they take in the process of and how long it takes to make these wines to achieve these flavors, no thank you, to achieve these flavors that they get. I'm just going to try a little bit of the bacon jam because I'm curious to see what this kind of savory flavor.
Does it say peppery?
No, not at all.
I'm getting pepper.
No. What are you doing spicy at all with any of this?
No, I'm just having cheeses and different.
Okay. Well, now.
No, the pungent cheeses cut this wine.
Okay.
But when I just drink it standalone, or with orange peppers, or with
To make
almonds,
it not so jammy and fruity.
as a standalone wine, I mean, holy cow. I would highly recommend, if you're having filet mignon, brisket, pulled pork, this is the wine of choice. I mean, this is
Different
like
kinds of barbecue.
different kind of barbecue. Well, maybe even filet mignon or even steak. I mean,
Typically, like when we go for spicy, or when we go for Asian food, we don't necessarily go the spicy route. Definitely, but I can see how that plays off of the jammy flavors from here and how they do pair nicely together. But I just want to point out, okay, so grape juice from wine grapes is naturally high in sugar. When yeast is introduced, they turn those sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide in the process called fermentation. When that fermentation is halted, the yeast has stopped converting the sugars to alcohol, and then residual sugars are left over.
right.
So if there's this many residual sugars in this wine, that means they stopped the fermentation process kind of early.
Right.
Okay. So when that fermentation is halted, the yeast has stopped converting the sugars to alcohol, and residual sugars were left over. With this unique wine, the fermentation stopped with more residual sugars than normal. As our goal with every wine is